All right, Lando Vannata. We're talking about the lightweight division. The lightweight division is just absolutely ridiculously stacked. We've already talked about this before. It's insanely stacked. There's nothing that you can do about that. There's no way to get up a little bit further. There's no way to make a name for yourself besides winning. Lando Vannata, however, is one of those guys who doesn't win that much, but the promotion has gotten behind him. The promotion has seriously gotten behind this guy. Ever since coming into the UFC, he came into the UFC undefeated. He lost his first fight. He won his second fight. And then that fight with Tamer. That fight was strange. And then he fought Bobby Green. The promotion is behind Lando Vannata, but I'm just not seeing it. I'm really not seeing it with him. I like his style. I like the whole funky thing. I like that he's a cool guy. He just kind of comes out, chilled out. But I really would like to see a little bit more push, a little bit more fight out of him. Because it's obvious to me that he has the skills, the way that he knocked out McDessie like that. He will pull the trigger and lay you out. Something about it is just off with him. He took Tony Ferguson out there to extremely deep waters. He took him out there all the way to extremely deep waters. He had Tony Ferguson hurt, crippled, handicapped. He had him. But then, I understand that Tony Ferguson just has a lot more experience than him. And Tony Ferguson is just a better fighter. But that newbie, he came in it was his debut. And he took a vet out there into deep waters. Now, Drakkar Klose has been, in my opinion, he's been a much better fighter than Lando Vannata. Drakkar Klose, he is a aggressive fighter. You can tell from his face, from his attitude, from his posture, he wants to win. However, he doesn't have the glitz and glamour that a Lando Vannata has. He doesn't have the fight camp. Vannata fights out of that Winklejohn camp. He's out there. He's got people to train with, big names to train with, people who have already been there. Drakkar Klose doesn't have all that. I believe that he trains out of the lab. I don't know as much about Drakkar Klose as I do about Lando Vannata, but Lando Vannata's first fight was Tony Ferguson, and that just put him on the map. Everybody wanted to kind of watch him fight. His next fight was that wheel kick, I believe. Unless he had something in between, but that next fight was, I believe, that wheel kick. Drakkar Klose, I think he fights out of the MMA lab, which is one of those new camps. It's low key. They've got a lot of bodies in there. They're getting a lot of names into the UFC, and they've got Benson Henderson over there also, who's just a UFC vet and who now fights over at Bellator. They just have a lot of experience over there. It's just a new camp. It's just a much newer camp. Drakkar Klose is a great fighter. He's a great striker. I understand that Lando Vannata is an amazing striker as well, but there's an intensity to Drakkar Klose's striking. There's a want, there's a snap, there's a pop. He's in his foot movement. He'll get away, he'll dart in, clip you up, pull back. He's got great striking, and then he also is a full MMA fighter. He will get down on the ground with you. He will take you down, and I think that that's how he's going to win this fight against Lando Vannata. Unless Lando can stuff those takedowns, I do believe that that's going to be it. He's going to push him up against that fence. He's going to push him up against that cage. He's going to clinch him. He's going to try to tire him out. Now, I'm going to have some respect for Lando Vannata's game and what he brings to the table. I don't think he's just going to sit there and get tired, because Lando Vannata chased David Tamer around for the duration of, for literally a full 15 minutes. And he wasn't tired. He didn't look good, but he still wasn't tired. So we'll see. I think that Lando Vannata is 27 or 28. He's a young guy. He still has a lot of time to kind of up his game. But the thing is, Drakkar Klose, I think Drakkar Klose is younger than him. And he is hungry. He's coming in like a young, hungry lion, ready to feast. I don't see him losing to Lando Vannata. I know that this is not a popular pick, but I'm going with Drakkar Klose by decision. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you think that Lando Vannata's got it, that he's managed to kind of get some sort of push to sort of pump himself. He's been out of the octagon for a while now. He's been out of the octagon for too long now that it's just getting harder and harder for me to follow this guy and get behind this guy. Anyways, Drakkar Klose has been looking good out there, and I think he's going to get his next win Saturday night against Lando Vannata, and it will be by decision because Lando Vannata is no slouch. Anyways, leave your comments, like, and subscribe.